Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play yet another no-name MAME game. Today's no-name MAME game is, of course, R2D Tank. So let's jump right in. That was a pretty good musical interlude. Unfortunately, that is it. So you look on the lower right-hand corner, and we only have so many shots. Is an important thing to note, because you can't run out of shots, or else you're just a sitting tank. I mean duck. And let's see. So the controls are more or less intuitive. Oh, I see what's happening. The tanks are on grid systems. But the weird thing is, you don't have to all the way be on a grid. So when you move... Okay, so let's say I move onto like half a grid. Now I press down. I have to move all the way onto the grid before I can actually start moving down. So initially the control scheme feels a little surreal, but there's a method behind the madness. Oh, red's danger, not pack pellets. So this game does feel eerily reminiscent of Pac-Man. Not, well, let's see, basically just the power pellets and then the things that you find. Although Pac-Man didn't really manifest itself as sort of an arena-style battling game where you just kind of tried to kill all the ghosts that came your way. Oop, dead already. Hope you never get tired of that, because the game never gets tired of that. And then going backwards is a little awkward, where your tank just kind of oh, that's hilarious. So if you're midway between... So if you're going forward and you stop midway between a grid and you press back, your tank has to go up first before it can go back. Oh gosh, that is... Now I can't really say it's a terrible way of doing things, but it just feels so surreal and weird. And fairly unrealistic too. I mean, as far as I can tell, real tanks don't have to... Oh crap. And then it doesn't really seem like there's a way to instantly turn around. And I mean, it seems a little disingenuous to complain about tanks not controlling very well. But, I mean, this is a video game. You can stretch reality. Oh my, well, looks like we'll have to start playing for real now. So I'm assuming you don't want to move around too much. You just kind of want to position yourself and sort of take out as many enemies as you can. And I think a pretty good strategy is to coolly position yourself into a place where they're going to be, and then wait for the inevitable shot. It's a sort of a bit like hunting. You just kind of build your own little blind, and then wait for the deer to stumble by. Actually, I don't think that's how hunting really works, but it could. Oh, actually, have you ever heard of a game called The Hunter, where it's like this giant MMORPG sort of... Well, it's not really an MMORPG, because MMORPG kind of implies interaction between people, but it's like this giant, wide-open... It'd be kind of like Skyrim, except you're there just to hunt. Where you've got like this giant, interactive, foresty world that you've got to do stuff in. And you just kind of go around. You can even hunt animals if you were so inclined. For the most part, though, I imagine you just kind of go around and explore. Wow. Oh, okay. So you get... Oh, the green things, they might not even give you points. They just give you more shots. That's interesting. Okay. So it's just... You don't get more shots when enemies show up. You just have to pick up rounds you find on the ground. Well, that's inconvenient. I mean, the surreal grid system means that if you even half back into a mine, then you've basically all backed into a mine, even though there's like nothing you can do about it. Which is weird. Why doesn't it just say there's like a proximity sensor or something? Still, I mean, the game just... Oh, man. So, I mean, okay, there we go. I was a little concerned that the game would just kind of continuously be some sort of just one-on-one tank battling, which is mildly amusing the first couple of times. It starts getting a little tiresome. Although now we're starting to get into some better... Oh, weird. Well, I can't remember if shots carry over from round to round. And then I also wonder if the game ends if you collect them all, or if you kill them. Well, we've got some time. Let's try collecting all the dots. It's probably actually a little easier than trying to kill the enemy. In fact, while we've only got the one enemy, it should probably be easy-ish. I mean, the enemy isn't especially fast, so we could probably just get away with sort of combing around and eating all the power pellets this way. Oh, gosh. They're not fast, but even they can kind of predict what we're doing. Which is a little funny, because earlier on I was killing the enemy over and over again because I was predicting what they were doing. Now they're figuring out what I'm doing. It all comes full circle. Oh gosh. Those controls. Video games should not quite control this way. I mean, personally I feel like video games, you press up, you should go up. You press down, you should go down. No buts. It's like, that's how it goes. I make vague exceptions for like flight controls where you press up and you go down, you press down, you go up. But the basic point is, when you press a direction, you should move in a direction. You shouldn't, like, kind of half-heartedly keep going in the same direction you were, and then go back onto your grid system and then go back. That's definitely something I'm glad video games have outgrown. Otherwise, I mean, well, it seems, well, I mean, it is technically going to be a challenging game, but I feel like at least half of that challenge derives just from the weird tank controls. And then the other challenge is about, like, can you stand still enough and wait patiently enough for the tank to get into your sights? Since really, you can't even, like, actively hunt down tanks. The controls kind of actively prevent it, so all you can really do is just kind of set up ambushes. Well, on that note, this cat's got a scat. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would.